Yeah, just for adults, one of the things that I'm observing, there are a number of workshops that are also that adults can be in, only adults.
Right.
There are also youth only workshops,
Yeah.
and one of the ones that would be interesting to some of the adults listening is the Neighborhood Writing Alliance, which is called "There's No Comparison for Adults" through dialogue and readings of current suspension and expulsion scenarios. Participants will recall and write about a time from their youth that mirrors situations today that end in arrest, which the title, "There's No Comparison for Adults," I think will come abundantly clear in that workshop. I mean, we had a very different growing up experience than you kids do today, and a much more supportive one, and not one where the police had decided that the youth were the enemy quite yet. I wonder if you do have any police participation, since, I mean, sooner or later they have to come to the table with this conversation.
Well, we actually invite them too. If we have police officers that have students and kids in the CPS system, so we invite them too. It affects everyone.
Yeah, and I know that they would appreciate being
Right.
part of that dialogue. Some of them, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, let's say we haven't said even where this is, so let's get some of the details out to people.
Okay, so Suspension Stories will be Saturday, April 17th, next Saturday from 12:30 to 5 at DePaul University, Levin Hall. That's 2320 North Kenmore Avenue. The event is free, but there is a pre-registration required. All you have to do is just email rpywats@hotmail.com. That's rpywat@hotmail.com, and just let us know who's coming, who's showing up, and that's all you have to do. It's a free event. You'll have lunch at 12, and it's a really necessary event.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That is really a good way to put it. I mean, I can see something like this having the kind of power to really move mountains ultimately. That's from small seeds, mountains. Yeah.
Some type of policy change, but that's all up to the youth. This day is for the youth, and it's really just to see what they really want to do. And hopefully after this event, we can gather these stories from the youth, and we're hoping to make an interactive type of website. So we're actually going to be from these youth that tell their stories. If they're interested in working in this project, they can certainly come on board. That's one of the reasons why we're doing the actual event too. It's just to create any type of youth throughout Chicago to actually come participate in this workshop, because this is affecting them. So it's important for them to be a part of this, change.
Lillian Matanme, what is the most effective way as an organizer for you to reach and draw young people to an event like this?
Really, it's word of mouth.
Word of mouth, that's right.
Because
that's what I thought.
It's just, a friend has to tell a friend. It's important for, if teachers are listening, they should tell their students.
Absolutely.
Offer extra credit.
Yeah.
You know, and
bingo. Write a report about this event and turn it in and get credit.
Right.
I love that. That's a really good idea. Yeah, so anybody listening to this who is involved with young people, with education, go online and look, let's see, where would they find the Project NIA? Is that
right? They can go to Project NIA for more information.
Yeah, that's NIA with an N, as in nobody, should be left out, N-I-A.
And if you actually email rpyy@hotmail.com, we can send you information, because you'll be automatically put to our
on the email list. Yeah,
right.
I get this information because I know incredible people like Mariam. But Project NIA, Chicago Freedom School, Teachers for Social Justice, they're all involved in this. If you think like I do that it's always time to hear from the youth, it's always time to let the youth stories be told, and to respect that, then you really want to help get the word out and get your favorite young people involved in this event, which, again, Lillian, is next Saturday.
Yes, at DePaul.
At DePaul.
2320 North Kenmore Avenue.
Right off the Fullerton L stop.
That's
and
right.
It's a free event, so your young people not only get to really have the kind of event that certainly fed me as a youth. I was involved in things like this when I was in high school, and had I not been, I don't know, I really don't know where I would have wound up. This is the kind of thing where you find your best beloveds, you find your community when you go to things like this, and
Definitely.
let people get creative with their writing and their videotaping and just getting the word out. What's important for you to share with everybody about what this does for you, Lillian, as a longtime organizer now?
Okay. I have a lot of friends that have been affected by the zero tolerance policies at CPS schools. I actually have a friend now that just got out of jail, and even if it doesn't affect you personally, you can always touch someone that touches someone that is affected by it. So this really, I care about my community, and I feel like it really makes it is really an important issue, and it really affects everyone. My sister is still in high school. She attended Sullivan, and honestly, there were really a lot of rounds where it was a lot of students getting suspended and getting arrested because of certain fights inside the school.
Yes.
And if you were a bystander, you would get scooped up too.
Yes.
So it's like, what can we do about this? Is
right.
this really the right way to go about it? And that's really what we're trying to do at Suspension Stories, is just gather these stories and hopefully make a change by we're just taking baby steps right now. But
well, God love you, Lillian. Keep your passion, keep your activism. You are serving the entire community when you do this sort of thing. So thank you for being on Live from the Heartland. Let's hear it for Lillian Matanme and her group, Young Women's Action Team in Rogers Park. We'll be right back. You're listening to Live from the Heartland on Chicago Sound Alliance, 88.7 WLUW Chicago. We will be right back with Fred Anzevino and more announcements.